APG Jamie here. And today, I'm live. I know there are other people live currently at this time. And Champ and Molly are barking, because they're like, Mama's starting the camera. Let's start barking so everybody knows we're here. And I may or may not have anyone come in the chat, and that's okay, people. That will be okay. Let me see. I'm doodling over here on the computer. Not really doodling. Hey, Gail. Hey, Laura. Can you hear me okay? Let me type it just in case. And you hear me. I'm going to go hush up, Champ. So I'm already starting off by walking away. Honey, Champ. That's enough. Thank you. Good boy. Good job. You told me somebody was there. Walking down the street. Holy smokies. It's just, I don't know if he's going to stop. Okay. Yay, we can hear me. Okay. Lighting okay. Minimum shadows. The shadow knows. Like I said, I know other people are live streaming currently, and that's okay. It was sort of a scheduled test. I kind of planned on having the test. I think the lighting's okay. Oh, good, Gail. Looks good, Gail. It's the only one who matters at this moment. Any hoopsels. Thank you, Gail. I'm so glad you and Laura are here. Ha ha ha. Let's put me away. Ha la la. Ha. I don't know. Maybe one day it'll get old for me, but I'm doubting that. So my internet, Amazon secret admirer struck again over the weekend. And I must say, my internet secret admirer must, I guess likes me, y'all. Because, what do you think? Big box, 2 books. Oh, hang on. Let me get some muscle going here. Big box, you go. Stay over there for now. Look at this. Look at this. It's from my secret admirer. Look. It's a flow book. It's a hardback book. Nice, sturdy. Filled with hundreds of paper goodies. 2 journals, 16 postcards, 40 stickers, plus pretty punch outs, posters, full in. Oh, fill it full in. I don't know how to read. Fill in list and dozens of other hidden treasures. I know, y'all. This is so beautimous. It's just beautimous. Thank you, secret admirer, whoever you are. I know I do too, Gail. I do too. Because they never tell me. There's never a card in there saying who it's from. It's like, it's a secret. But I tell you what, they love me. Unless there's a collection site somewhere and everybody's my secret admirer and everybody pitches in and nobody ever tells me and it's a secret. And I have to pick my fingernails because I just saw them on the screen. It was like, oh, you look like you've been working on an old greasy car or something, which I've not done today. Actually, I've not done that for quite a while. Yes. Okay. There we go. More butter. I do have ink stains, but yeah. What do you do? I know secret admirers. This person is just, look at these are like little journaling cards. I was calling them beautiful moments jar, and I'm sure they tell you to make a fancy jar, and then you just write down something good that happened to you, like my secret admirer has struck again, and that's what these are. And they just, they're just punch outs. And here's a little notebook, and it's just, this is just one book. There's another book, and it's a little different. This one's got stuff to read, which I've not read anything on it, okay? Because it's like, oh my gosh. Look, Randy, what did you spot today? Check off. Here's another fold out thingy majiggy, and I'm gonna have to pet this for a while. Y'all know I like to pet my stuff. Usually a long time before I use it, because I like petting it. Let's see how it smells. It smells like a book. And another fold out thingy, and cutting and pasting. Glue book. There's glue book going on, y'all. Here's a page you can, I don't know, cut out the little things or do whatever you want with the little things, because you don't have to do just what the book says you're supposed to do with it. You can do with it whatever you want. Oh, a 30-day notebook. Just saying. Stuff, plans, wishes, dreams. Look at all this. There's like a chameleon thing. Oh, painted driftwood. Oh, and how to crochet stone covers. What? A God's eye. That's one of these, I think. Pretty sure. Driftwood. Which one's a stone cover? Which one is... Where's the rock, man? Let's look on a prior page. Oh! They did. They crocheted some little baby teeny tiny doilies. Hey, sweet drops. And look, it goes over. Can we see? Yeah, we can see if I quit wiggling. They've crocheted a little cover to go around these stones. I've not saw that before. Oh, and they turned these rocks into dominoes. Isn't that fun? ABCs on these. Wow, I put faces. Y'all know I like me some faces. Oh, while I was cleaning up, I found my chunk of faces. I'll go fetch them in a minute. I actually put them in the file cabinet, so I might know where they are. Hi, Gigi. How are you, darling? Not that I don't want to know how everybody is. How's everybody doing? And this one's an envelope or envelope, depending on how you pronounce it. Let's see what's in there without pulling it out of the book. Oh, stickers. It's stickers. Some of these are blank, so you can like put your own picture on your sticker. I'm sure they make like a die cut thing go around the other sticker, but you could draw on it if you wanted to. Thanks, Gigi. It's good to be back. I mean, I was really not happy about the studio being so out of commission. I mean, if I'd have known which box stuff was in, I might have been okay, but everything was just in whatever box they put it in, and there was no rhyme or reason. Even worse organization than you could even imagine, okay? And here's the other book that came in my Secret Admirer Happy Amazon box. Look at this, for the love of paper, because we do love us some papers. This one includes stationery, gift wrap, stickers, posters, and more. And more. It starts off with notepads. You can go, my secret admirer still loves me. Thank you, secret admirer. Now, like I said on the other one, I can't go through every page because, there could be copyright issues, but I'm saying there's not, because we're just showing a poor. Look at that. You light me up. And here's some stars and dream a little dream. These are like a little poster. That's pretty heavy cardstock there, y'all. It tells you how to fold that up, and there's some, this feels, oh, this has got punchy out spots on it. Here's some postcard journal. I don't know. Are they big enough to be postcards for the U.S.? Because they're not for the outer countries. I imagine the post office would take that. You know, they went up on postage again. Yeah, that's disappointing. Be true to who you are. We will, Eileen. Don't you worry about that. We like our pink flamingos. Yeah, they did, Gail. I think the regular stamp is now 51 cents. Mm-hmm. And the packages have gone redunculous. Look at that pretty purpley one. Here's some dogs. There's a Molly dog and a wiener dog and a golden retriever and a hound dog and some kitties. There's a chihuahua. That's a little puppy. That's a bulldog. Not that I have to tell you what dogs are what. The regular stamp is 55 cents. Where did I get 51? What did they go make 51? Hey, Maria, how are you getting on in your new digs over there, darling? Oh, you have to go to work. Oh, bless your heart. My journal book. This is from my secret Amazon admirer. Light bulb tags. You know their tags got little holes in them. Oh, but wait, I think they go together. That one's got a crease in it. Maybe they make like a 3D light bulb. You think that's what that could be? Couldn't it? Let's see. Now punch it out easy. Punch. Don't be punching the hose. They don't like it when you do that. That's what Ian Jackson told me one time. Don't punch the hose. They don't like it. So I think these will make a 3D-ish type light bulb. And this over here says paper garland. So we got a little rivety point there. Is it blurry? It's not blurry to y'all, is it? Please say it's not blurry. And then this one's got one on the bottom. And then you slide them together thusly. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, look it. Ta-da! Makes a fun paper 3D light bulb. There's a little holder so you can string it up on a little garland. Nice. ABCDs. More ABCDs. For the love of postcards, there's postcards. That got that glue thing off of there. Slide off your belly band. Not wanting to slide. And I don't want to tear it because it's new. It's still new and I'm being careful and I'm petting it. Okay. Not too blurry, just a little blurry. Oh, the shiny pages. Yeah. The lighthouse. Oh, in the sunshine over the farm country. Because I have autofocus off, don't I? Whoa. Yeah, I think so. There's an island. There's a buck in the mountains. And then we're back to the lighthouse. Let me see who's saying something on the phone. It's my daughter. She's asking if I got the package yet. I have to put a sad face because I'm like, no. She's been out of They've been out and about traveling. They went down to Florida for the long weekend. It was their long weekend, their vacation time. Free to be me. Oh, look at these Pegasus unicorns. Pegacorn. Anyway, they went to St. Augustine, and I don't know where all they went down there. Still getting settled. Yeah. Okay, well, you have a great day, even if it is at work, okay? Oh, this is some wrapping paper. It says it's wrapping paper, which my husband's birthday's coming up, so I might need some wrapping paper. Jersey! Jersey! How are you? Look! Have a whale of a good time. Do it on purpose. White on the back. I'm going to need this wrapping paper because my husband's birthday's coming up. He's not watching. He might watch the replay. I don't know what he's getting, though. Nothing. I can tell you what he's getting. Nothing. These are envelopes you can cut out, or envelopes, however you want to pronounce them. Just all different kinds. And then there's note paper, so you can write a letter, and then you can make an envelope to put it in if you do that kind of thing. Stickers, llamas, pink flamingos for Eileen, because we know how she loves them being down there. And Boca Raton. I don't think my daughter went down that far. I'm not sure how far. They were originally going to go to Jacksonville. And I don't know if they made it to Jacksonville. I didn't see a status update saying they made it to Jacksonville. But they went to, she posted they were at St. Augustine, which is a cool town in Florida, I must say. It's got like the oldest schoolhouse in America. It may have the oldest, is it the oldest fort in America, or is it just the oldest city in America? I don't know. Or existing, still running city. St. Augustine. My husband knows. I don't know. It's me. Yeah, St. Augustine. Yeah, the haunted lighthouse. Oh, yes. 4 rizzles on that. Well, we saw some stuff out at the fort when we went out to the fort. I didn't see anything at the lighthouse that I recall. You want to know where I saw a lot of gooblies? Savannah. That's a port town too, and they had a lot of just walking down everyday streets, y'all. Just see, my husband's a tourist. His birthday's coming up. And I got a sister and a daughter and another daughter and parents and a son, another daughter. I think, oh, no, we just missed that one. I got a son and a sister and a brother and a father-in-law. I just got everybody on this list. Yeah, didn't I? That was, I watched the movie. I didn't read the book. I enjoyed the movie. I'm sure the book was much better, but I did enjoy the movie nonetheless. This is from my secret admirer Amazon person. They sent me this, and then this one, which I'd already showed today. So y'all want to see it, go back and look at. This is a flow book, and this is for the love of paper. I'm so happy with them. Oh, so Gail got to see read the book and saw the movie, and she thought they were both good too. Because sometimes, of course, when you're reading a book, you're going everything out of your mind. Go out of your mind, people. So I have to be careful, and I'm using a sealed up bottle. So if I dump it over, hopefully I'll have the lid on it because I've got the laptop. My hands on camera. sitting right here down, so maybe I can read Chat More Butter. Now, I was kind of thinking about 2 projects. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on because I'm just farting around. And this one's almost drying up for another stage. Oh, sorry, that made some noise. Janice, Kathy, hey y'all. Little red wagon. So, when you use, I saw somebody using this, and I'm sorry, I don't know who it was. Don't remember who it was. You can use it on a jelly plate, you know, when you want to rub your paper down like a bearing. They're called bearings, so you can rub over it and get an equal pressure instead of your hand. So, but I saw a chick made one. It's out of a candle jar lid, and she's making one, or made one, to use on her thingy, and you know, so you can get equal pressure on that too. So I thought I would try that, but it's one of them you gotta wait and dry projects. I've already done a little something. I printed out my channel name because, you know, I thought it was a pretty good idea. You might already have some candles with large jar lids, because I thought, I don't have any, but my husband does like candles. He takes them to work, so when they go on sale somewhere, I usually pick them up, and I didn't realize so many of them had lids. But anyway, you can just pull that off if you want to, because the whole point is to put a felt, and shake and bake, and the felt around there so that you don't scratch anything up. And you do want to use a felt or a furniture pad or something like that, because you don't want to scratch anything up. And it's, you know, it's got some weight on it. It's not the same kind she had. She had some expensive kinds. I'm cheap, and Clarence, you know, is my boyfriend. We have not lost touch. My boyfriend and I, we have stayed in close contact over the last few months. So, but I think I'm going to let that dry just a little bit, because the glue in there is still wet. And if you pile too much on while it's wet, then it won't never dry. So we're going to let that set. And my plan is to put some something sparkly in there, like glitters, or I guess, why not? I mean, you know, I could be shiny. So we'll just leave that up there, and we'll move this away. Put that over there. Because the real thing I wanted to do, now I got the link down in the description box. I've seen where there's something going on with links in chat. I don't know if it's fixed or not fixed. I don't know. But the real thing I wanted to do was, I saw the Bohemian Crafter doing something the other day. The links is in the box, okay? And it's because she had bought a die from somebody on eBay or Etsy or wherever she got it from. And they had taken the die cut packaging. You know how it comes in these plastic packages? Well, I've been saving that package so I can save the picture, right? See, Clarence, my boyfriend. But they took their paper and trimmed it down so it would fit on this part. And then they double-sided taped it on there. You saw her doing it too? I don't know. She said double-sided tape, so that's all we're going to do. I mean, it just sounded just dreadfully hard to me. So I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I can do hard stuff. As long as nobody minds dog hair being on the double-sided tape, for crying out loud. Okay. And I'm going to go. Now, will this ruin the piece of paper if it should happen to come off? You know it will, but whatever. Because really, the name of the dies, well, for the Sizzix is this anyway, and whoever, they typically have the name on there. Good gracious, we're having word issues. And I would think, because if you're using it with your die cutter, you're putting it under pressure, so that'll make it more sticker, right? I'm not going to cover, well, oh, don't stick one. I don't want you to. I guess I will cover that up because I don't want paper sticking out, because that can be an issue when it sticks out. So there we go. Ta-da! It's perfect. It's perfect. You don't have any of these types of boxes? You've only bought the thin ones. Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with the thin ones. I'm a clearance shopper. I'm going to talk about my boyfriend some more, because y'all know my boyfriend. He's all the time pointing out stuff. You don't have that, but you want it. I know you do. I'm like, well, yeah, okay, because you might need it one day. He tells me stuff like that all the time. So, anyway, that's not squishing that so good. Let me find, oh, here. Let's use our little wooden roller thing. It's got junk on it. What a mess it was moving back in the studio. Well, it was a mess the whole time it was messed up. But I had to unload each box, and of course each box was full of who knows what. Most of the boxes were only half packed, so they were doing their, collapsing because they put heavier junk on top. And if you don't have to use a packing company, don't. Okay? You would much rather pack your own boxes. Take my word for it. Ta-da! Oh, let's use this. See, if this was done, we could do this. But it scratched it up. So don't use this unless you've got your felt on there. Okay? That's what we were doing. Okay, Kathy's having internet issues, but we're going to blame Kathy's internet. Okay? Mine has been okay. I don't know. I haven't been out in the studio. Man, when I turn the computer back on, holy carps, y'all. Update. The computer system had to do some updates. And of course, Windows had to do some updates. And then, the drives had to do updates. There's hair, and it just bugs me, y'all. Anyway, so that's one. And she, Bohemian Crafter, whose real name I don't know. If I know it, I don't know it. She took her acetate packaging, because y'all know I save everything, because everything's a treasure. And she made she alcohol inked it, which I thought was really cool. And I have alcohol inked acetate before. I don't know when, don't remember what I made at. It's probably some little charms or who knows what stuff. I don't know. But of course, she did an expert job, because she's like real professional in junk. Oh, Kathy, just during the week, that sucks. I've been watching YouTube on the big TV. That's why I've not been chatting. Well, it was just as well, because my attitude has not been good with my studio. My attitude was not good at all. And so when I say just be glad you really didn't talk to me, because it's just real sour attitude. Just saying. So now we have this perfectly scratched up piece of acetate. And we'll add it to our packaging box, because we have a tub over there marked specifically for packaging. So let's use one of the thousands of cutters that I have and cut this so that it fits on the back of the thing. Okay, that's going to be too big, so we'll trim a little off the top. We want to try to save our our that thing. I don't have to say the word bigz because we know it's a bigz. It's, you know, it's in one of these things. So we don't have to say that. Okay. Just a little off of both sides. Not a lot. Just a little on each side. Now, y'all know what we've been watching. Y'all don't know what we've been watching the last couple of days. Is the Selena the series. Y'all know Selena the singer. She's from Texas, y'all. We have been watching her. I'm gonna go ahead and round them corners just because sometimes square corners get rebellious, and I'm rebellious enough on my own. I don't need added rebellion. Because you tell me to do something like that, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it like that. So I can just put the picture on there. And just think of how much space I'm going to save. Yeah, it is really, there was much more. Because I'm not a big Tejano music person. I'm more of a pop rock kind of girl. Seriously. And, you know, of course, music from the 70s, the classics. They call them classics now. But anyway. But my husband's not a, he doesn't like all the ads and chit chat that comes on between the songs. So we don't listen to music so much when he's around. Okay, getting it centered on there perfectly. Roll it on there. I don't think this amount of paper is gonna should make much of a difference. Yeah, I thought it was a really good series. We have seen the whole thing. Of course, it does end tragically. I didn't realize she was so much into fashion like that. That's all I'll say because I don't want to ruin it for anybody who is still watching or hasn't watched. Look at that. We're going to save so much space on getting rid of this packaging. Well, we're not going to get rid of it. Okay. We're going to put it in our packaging tub over there because I have a tub that I keep old packaging in. Some of it I probably should get rid of some of these, like that last one that I said I was going to save because it was all scratched up and stuff. Netflix. So, hey, Janet, I loves it. It's really not new. It's just mostly back to normal. Hey, Malia. I'm sorry if I've missed anybody coming in because I am just being a little better at the chat because it's more easier to read now. So yeah, on Netflix. Okay, yeah, that's what the police say down here. They tell you stuff, and if you pay attention to any of them police shows, they do that. Okay. They say things like, let me have your driver's license, guy, and everything is jail. I don't know. Even non-Southern people say jail. I don't know what's up with that, but, you know, listen, you'll hear them. This is a pretty good one, though. Say jail. I'm going to have to take you to jail. APG, you was driving too fast. Actually, he cut me a break on that one. Because, you know, there is a speed limit. If you go over so much speed limit, they're obligated to take you to jail. He didn't. He said he's clocked me slower than... I'm sure he was right. That was an expensive one, y'all. My husband told me I could always go as fast as I could afford. That's why I just go Real slow. I'm a slowy now. This one's not so scratched up. That one's definitely usable. I mean, if you multiply this by 100, that's got to take up a lot of room, right? Because it's like, what? 1 tick mark? Oh, it's on the European ruler side, it's 1 tick mark. But I thought it would be something to do. I mean, you know, plus I get to show off my dies. I mean, who doesn't want to see my dies? Who doesn't want to see my dies? You drive like a millionaire. You do drive like a million. Jersey, you better slow down, girl. There is a speed. I don't know. It all depends on your state or the county even. But there is a speed in Texas that if you're going over, they're supposed to. They're obligated to take you to jail. That's how they say it around here. Jail. That one didn't have much to trim off. So, the only time I've ever been to jail is when I was doing citizens. That just doesn't want to fit on there at all. I have to cut off these other language words. We did a citizens alumni thing where you go and, you know, you learn how to be a good citizen, stuff like that. Well, mine depends on what vehicle I'm driving and where I'm going. I'm going to have to cover that up down there. But I think it'll be okay. And my husband, he's a speed limit kind of man. But I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. Because he's like, no, you stop at stop signs, you stop at red lights, you know, you stop at yellow lights, all that usual, you know. Oh, threw them on the floor. Stuff that you're supposed to do. Several months ago, it was probably even last year. Was it last year? I don't know. It's been a long time. Been a while, a couple days. He got a red light ticket from the city of Humble. Oh, it's so funny. It's not funny, but it was so funny. You know, really, they can't ticket you, and you can write to them and tell them no or whatever it was. The response is you can do on. It depends on your city and state and county and all that stuff. So, but they had video of him running the red light. He didn't run it. He just pulled up there like and pretended he was in California and just went on around the corner. Wasn't nobody coming. Everybody else was stopped. The light was red. So anyway, this one time, I ran a red light right in front of our city cop here in Conroe. He was sitting at the red light, y'all. He was stopped. Okay? He was stopped. And I came off from this red light down here, and I was just kept going. And when I got through the light, I realized what I had done. And I saw the police sitting there, and I think that's what attracted me to even noticing him, is because he was stopped at the red light, because the light was very red. And I just pulled over, you know, like half a block away and waited for him to come up there. And he came up to my window, and I started laughing. I said, "Did you see what I did? Can you believe I did that? Can you believe I ran the red light right in front of you?" I threw my scissors on the floor. Anyway, that was a true story. And he just told me, "Well, you just be careful from now on, ma'am." I'm like, "Oh, yes, sir." But I figured out, is 17. I figured out why I ran that red light. It's because, you know, when you've got so many, because cities, you know, you have like a red light, and half a block you got another red light, and half a block you got another red light. Well, when you're on a hill, you know, just a slight hill. When you're kind of going up like that, you can see the further away red light, which is actually green, I should say green light, and you don't see the one that's closest to you. That's what I did. Pretty sure that's what happened. Because after I did that, I thought, why would I run the red light? Because that's so not me. You know, it is just so not me. So, yeah, the whole labor thing. Been there, done that. Got a police escort one time. Oh, that was interesting. Well, we'll give you an escort to the hospital. It was for a sister-in-law. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. So, but it was just Braxton Hicks. Who even knew what that was? Oh, that's wonderful, Jersey. They helped deliver your baby because they got you to the hospital on time. Sometimes them little babies, they decide, no, I'm coming right now, whether anybody is ready or not. I didn't even try that on for size. There, that'll fit. I like this one. I've used this one several times, y'all. It's called, what's it called? Picture wheel. Even though we all used to call it viewfinder. That's, I'm sure, is a trademarked name, phrase, word. Pretty sure about that, pretty lady. That's what they say in East Texas. Which technically, I'm in East Texas, technically. Although, in my opinion, East Texas is on I-69, formerly known as Highway 59, but now it's Interstate 69, which I think is a sad name to give it, but that's just me and my gutter mind. I think on the east side of Interstate 69 is really the iron or the pine curtain. It's called the pine curtain. And they really do, y'all think I sound Southern. You should hear them. They sound way more Southern. Oh my gosh, Kathy. Oh, that is so scary. Kathy's baby said, I'm coming out right now. And that was before they even left the house. The baby's like, you can't walk because I'm coming out. Oh my gosh. That had to be so scary. Bless you. Bless your heart. And I mean that in a non-Southern way. I mean that in a bless your heart way. Holy crap. But the pine curtain, y'all. They say things like ass cream. Gonna eat some ice cream, and they say things like "party lady." There's this river, even though it's not, it's more centralized. It's LBJ's Lyndon Baines Johnson. He was a president one time in America, and he did a lot of stuff from his ranch, which was on the Pedernales River. That's the name of the river, Pedernales. Yeah, ass cream. Yeah. Anyway, we've been to his. We've been up there. We've been a lot of places, and they say Lady like the Pedernales. Was an interesting. Some of the places they've run the White House from during times of crises, because Johnson, he liked to be at his ranch house there to do things, and he had like a I guess a White House room. We don't have basements in Texas because our water table's too high and things flood and junk. But he had like a lower level, not a basement, but like a lower level at his ranch. And it had a couple couches in it and, you know, tables, and had the red phone, had that red phone in there, you know. So it was interesting to see where people govern. It was much smaller than you would really think the president's place would be. It's like the Presley mansion. You know, they call it a mansion. My little house here in Conroe is probably the same size as the Presley mansion. Do they still call it that? That was very interesting to see too. So I think whoever inherited all the Presley stuff sold it to a third party. But I don't remember for sure. Because, you know, what does it really matter to me? It doesn't. But the gate on the Presley mansion is sure pretty. They still had little Lisa Marie's swing set out there in the yard and everything, which I thought was interesting. How come it didn't rust like everybody else's swing sets from that era? You know. Did I roller the other one? I don't know. We'll roll right now. You know something perverted about it? Do tell, Malia. Do tell. I'm not a real political person, so I mean, you know, I'm not. That's why y'all don't really hear me talking so much about it. Now I share crap on the Facebook because, you know, I do. But it's like, whatever. Really, Malia? Now, you know, I could see that. He, you know, he's a rancher. Oil tycoon or whatever. I don't know about tycoon. But anywho, that's not enough. We have to cut half of this word off. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Take a little off the side. So, what else has been happening? Oh, y'all know about my husband's back. Well, we finally got to see an actual orthopedic doctor. And they've done MRI and bone density, which we knew his bones were fine because, you know, he gets them down at MD Anderson annually anyway. Because, you know, it's got with the multiple myeloma, they keep an eye on that. So if it gets approved, they're going to go in and put that cement stuff in the fractured vertebrae, which is just one vertebrae, but it's kind of like right in the middle where it's been staying inflamed and all that junk. So, oh, the camera's flashing. How come nobody told me that? How come nobody told me the camera was flashing? That means the lighting's too bright, doesn't it? Hey, Barbara Clark. Has it been doing that the whole time? I'm supposed to be watching chat better. I apologize if I've not greeted you personally, but I am very so happy that you're here. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. Just goofing around. You thought it was your phone doing that. It's probably because, listen to me. Now I'm going to get technical and explain what it's probably about. See how this is nice and dark? And then you put something light up there and it's like, oh, I have to adjust. Oh. Okay. That's me bumping the camera. Is that better or worse? Better or worse? I think that's kind of worse or her. I mean, you know, I'm not very technical, so Anywho, Bills. Let's see. That, we'll just take a little off the top. It's like getting a haircut, y'all. Just a little off the top. Where's my cutter space? There it is. See, just a little off the top. We can take an okay amount from this side. Let's see if that fits. Nope. A little more off of this side. I don't know why I'm trying to keep it even. Does it even matter? It's really only going to matter to me, right? Right. Okay. I am liking rounding these corners. I really like this little corner round. It's a little teeny tiny one, y'all. And everybody I've seen using this particular corner rounder has the same issue with it cracking right there on the thumb spot. But it would, because that would be, you know, like a weak spot, and that's where you're pushing all the time, right? It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I don't know what brand it is, but it's got a big S on it. And I think it's from Hobby Lobby. So there's that. And we're using this advanced tape glider, also known as an APG gun. We call them that because they got this trigger right here. It makes the double-sided tape roll correctly. More butter. They're very finicky as to how you load them. And if you're not careful, you'll get a roll of the tape from the internet, from the Amazons. True story. And it will be backwards on the roll. And that is like way annoying. I am not the only one it's ever happened to. And it's a name brand tape, y'all. Just putting that out there because it's true. I don't know if you can get off-brand tape. You probably can. I'm sure you can. I mean, you can get off-brand everything, right? So we're going to do one more of these, and then we're going to look at that that other thing we might play with. I like having the picture of the die because when you look at it this way, sometimes you can tell what it is. To see in the camera, you kind of got to, you know, angle it just right. You got some Chinese tape. It's stuck when it's in a tornado. That's not me. Just sad. Yeah, sometimes going less expensive is not always a good thing. But you don't know till you try. Okay. Now I've also noticed on the Amazon, okay, and I'm not promoting the Amazons or any of that, but you know, we all pretty much, everybody shops here. Some of that stuff these days is coming on those slow boats. And that's just a fact, man. You know, we're so used to getting Amazon, you know, tomorrow or within a couple of days. And some of them anymore, they're like taking a couple of weeks because it's coming on a slow boat. Because the way Amazon works, well, I don't know the money side of it, but I know the way it works. There are different storefronts. Like on Etsy, you have this storefront and that storefront and this storefront. But we recognize Etsy readily, with no questions, that they're all individual storefronts. And each storefront is owned and operated by a different person. Well, unless they have more than one storefront. But anyway, Amazon is mostly the same way. You have different storefronts on Amazon. Now, these storefronts have two options. Like if you bought a bunch of these dies and you got them for like $1 a piece, boy, that'd be a kick-ass price. Just saying. You got them for $1 a piece, and you put your label on them, you know, your UPC, and you mail that into Amazon through their seller services, whatever, blotted. Okay, then they show it on Amazon, and when you go to buy that die, it will probably, if you're lucky, will only be $2. Okay, and then that's when the seller sends it to Amazon, then it ships from Amazon. Some sellers just show their stuff on Amazon, but they ship it from their house or their warehouse or wherever. They ship it themselves. Those are usually the ones. Hey, Lilith, they're usually the ones, you know, that it takes a day or two because they ship it from their house. Which, if you've got a foreign seller, because anybody can sell on the Amazons as long as you meet their qualifications, okay? They have a storefront. Some of their sellers are in these whole other countries. That's why it can take 2 weeks for them to send you something. But because it's coming from Amazon, and if you have Prime, of course, I'm assuming everybody has Prime because, you know, everybody's like me. Then you get the free shipping. Even though you got to watch on Amazon because some of them don't have free shipping. So you got to watch out for that. Just saying. Public service announcement. Let's see how this is doing. Well, that's darn near dry. But I'm still not comfortable putting another layer. I like that. It's so pretty. I'm going to throw this paper plastic stuff in the recycle bin. So I'm going to step away for a second. I'm going to go to this magic drawer over here where I got stuff. I just happen to have some furniture pad felt. It's not supposed to scrap. Ow, I hit my elbow on the chair. Ow. Ow. Oh, that was a bend over. That last sound was a bend over sound. Anyway, I wonder if I have a circle die that will make it the right size, because that would be like way easier, but probably not because it would be a little one. Let's look anyway, because let's do. Now the girl I saw making one of these, she had she was going to put weight in here. She'd put glitter in there, and she was going to put weight in there. I don't know that it needs any weight. How much does it weigh, though? I have a scale thingy. It used to be in that drawer, but it's not in that drawer. Where's my scale? That's the problem with moving junk. You don't know where anything is anymore. I did. I used to have a scale out here. Yeah, it was one of them food scales, so it measured, you know, little small amounts. I'm going to say that's probably, it's heavier than the die. Is it heavier than, it's about the same weight as this size die, bigz die, which is roughly 5.5 by 6, roughly. I'm not counting the tick marks because I'm not going to do that. But I do like having that picture on there. Look at that. How nice and sweet is that? That's going to save us, like, I don't know, inch. That's going to save an inch in the storage, right? Bound to. That would be not quite big enough, and this one's probably too big. No, that's going to be perfect. Okay. Let's go see if I can at least get it started on the cutter. Violet! It's violet! Okay, I'm gonna have to play with the layers because that is thicker. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be fine, right? Gotta get it started, right? Moved, it shifted. Shifty little thing. Let's try it this way. Try it this way. Gotta get it started. Gotta get it started. I got it started. Now we'll just use some scissors on it. But let's use some Carpy scissors. I'm looking at the chat, believe it or not. Looking and looking. Am I reading chat better in y'all's opinion? Because it's your opinion that matters. Oh, it's really hard to cut. It's really thick. It's probably 1/4 of an inch. This is a big fancy ruler. Yeah, it's a 1/4 inch thick furniture pad thing. It's got the sticker on the one side. Now the girl I saw making one of these cut straighter than I did. She put a piece of lightweight-ish chipboard, like the kind off of a back of a notepad, kind of chipboard. Then she put a piece of fun foam on it. Then she put a piece of this on there. But I think I'm just going to put a piece of this on there. If I could ever get it cut out. That's some heavy duty stuff. Figures I don't have a big dies on the circles, doesn't it? It's got the little one. Because big dies would cut this. That stuff cuts leather. Well, I've never cut leather with it, but it says it'll cut leather. Okay. It's about half. This is probably the hardest part. And I did turn the air conditioner off because it's kind of loud. That looks good. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I don't think I'm going to put any glitters in there. I mean, what if this thing came off? Then there would be loose glitters everywhere. Oh my God, y'all. I've swept the studio out here like 1,000,000 times. Every time I do, there's like this little shimmery stuff in the dustpan. You know, from when I've spilt embossing powder and junk like that. It's just like, really, that just keeps coming back. It just keeps coming back. I think that's going to be, I think that'll be pretty good. But I don't want to just trust the sticker. I have something, what do I have? I have some E6000. I have some E6000. I don't think it's the clear one. I think it's the white one. Because, you know, they have different colors now. Industrial strength. I don't see the color on there, but I think it's a white one. We're going to put that on there. Let's wipe this off and act like we're going to clean it. Who is Sauna? Oh, Bootsy Roy. Hey. Oh, there's Sauna. I don't pronounce names right, but you have to love me anyway because it's the law. It is the law. Oh, were you not feeling well? I'm sorry. It's so good to see everybody. Marion, I looked at the chat just in time. Oh, it looks clear. So it's probably the clear one and not the white one. Maybe I used all the white one. Stick. Now, y'all know there are warnings on the E6000. I'm not necessarily promoting its use, but I like it. It's got good purposes. You're supposed to wash your hands and not be eating or drinking while you're using it. It does have a smell, chemical-y kind of smell, not necessarily a great smell. Not the worst thing I've ever smelled. Okay. To make it stop coming out, just lightly release the pressure on the side of the tube. Just lightly, very, very lightly. And that will stop it from running out. But you have to do this thing called squeezing from the bottom up. Okay. Don't squeeze in the middle because that just ruins your tubes. And then you end up not being able to get all your stuff out. My mother said that. Both my parents were, that's just silicone thingy, were very funny about squeezing the tube from the bottom up and not from the metal, not from the metal, bless my heart, y'all. I'm going to take the thing off. As you can see, it's a sticker. And these are usually pretty heavy duty stickers. So, now we're going to do that. Hope maybe this will work. If not, I'll pull it off and then I'll put a better piece of cardboard on there and then put actual felt on it. They had felt at the Dollar Tree last time I was there. I picked up a couple pieces to put on some big old giant tiles. Big, you know, the ceramic tiles like you put on the floor. I have a couple of those, and I put the felt underneath it so I could set them on top of the counter over there because that new countertop is some kind of blah blah countertop. It's not Corian. Oh, it's quartz. And contractor guy says, "Oh, it doesn't stain, yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Yeah, I trust what everybody on YouTube has already told me about quartz," which is why I didn't want quartz. I wanted just regular, because, you know, this is a utilitarian space. This is a utilitarian space. That's why I just wanted, you know, the, what you call it, the other stuff, the builder stuff. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. What's it called? Oh my gosh, I can't find any words. Can't find the right word, improper word, either one. Well, I think that'll work. We'll try it. It's going to be a baron. Laminate, that's it. Gail knows what I'm saying. After it dries, because it's not dry, it probably won't really dry and cure up until tamale, because it's pretty humid around here, y'all. We have had winter all the way up until May. We have had nights in the 40s and 50s. It's been crazy. Interesting. The garden's having an awful time getting going because it's like, where's my summer? It's, you know, it's like, no, we're not having summer this year. So I mean, it's like today, it's supposed to get up to like 87 or 88 or something like that. That is Fahrenheit, y'all, not Celsius. And which is pretty dang hot. Of course, it's been really humid, but with the cool weather we had, it was pretty dry, and we started getting into a drought. Now, fortunately, was it last weekend? We got pretty good rain. We did not get as much rain as they threatened us with, but we did get pretty good rain. So that was nice. I should probably set something heavy on that. Like this pile of dies. Oops. It's shifted. No shifting allowed. Don't be shifty. Anyway, we were supposed to get like crazy. That's not going to work because that's just shifting. Just try it. Try it upside down. Set it over here off to the side. Put the weight on it. Let me look sideways. I think that's okay. I think that didn't shift. Okay. I'll just hold some weight on it. We'll go back to our previously scheduled program and show off some more dies. Because we're doing something kind of neat. I don't know how well it's actually going to work. Not really. But what the heck? It's not like we're doing anything else. Just testing the lighting and all that. Here's some words. I just found some words stuck up here. We are taking the bigz dies out of the packaging. Okay. Keeping the packaging because that's oh yes, feed that baby. That's important to keep your packaging because you can make stuff with that. Oh look, this has still got this is the film strippy one. I'm going to trim this off, maybe. About like that. So we can keep our picture because I like my pictures with my dies. And as you know, y'all know, it only comes with the one label. If you're lucky, you got a label on it. Of course, when you buy this stuff, experience stuff, it may not have a label and it may not have a package at all. But you might could download a picture off the internet. But it's pretty thin paper, so I don't think it's going to interfere with the cutting ability or sandwich. I don't think. But it'll be like whatever it is, that's what it'll be. So everybody's doing okay? Because I've missed y'all. I've been hanging out in the live streams and on some recordings and different places like that. I have not been good company because I've been pretty grouchy pants. I mean, like super grouchy pants. My husband even said he was getting worried about me, my attitude. And I was like, what's wrong with my attitude, man? No, I didn't say that. I thought it, but I didn't say it. So I know my attitude is really sucked. That's just double-sided tape off the Advanced Tape Glider Scotch double-sided permanent because it says it's permanent. And now we have our picture on the back of our die. Ta-da! Fancy smancy. Yeah, I thought I had good reason to have bad attitude. but you know. Ooh, get that out of there. And this was really just basically a test, and I think I've done okay. I think it's been okay. I mean, it's a little shadowy, it's a little glary, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Often. Y'all want to know who's got some good stuff? Hey, Kimberly. Good to see you. Roy's got some pretty good equipment. He's got green screen. He's all fancy. He's all fancy and junk. He really is. My husband asked me if I wanted a green screen, and I'm like, why? I don't need to be green. I'm going to cut some more off the bottom. Oh, that didn't sound really too good. Where's a pokey tool? There was a sliver on that one. But was it enough? Was. I think it was good reason. Anyways, Roy's got green screen. He does fancy junk. Hey, Roy, if you're still here, what editing software do you use? I'm just really curious. You probably got a Mac or something like that, huh? I'm on a PC. Did y'all hear Bill Gates and his wife are getting divorced? Mm-hmm. They are. Someone has an acquaintance they even go on vacation with. And it used to be okay in the relationship, but not no more. Adobe Premiere. Okay, Adobe. I use PowerDirector. I like it pretty well. Of course, I don't do anything really fancy. I'm just, you know, pretty plain. I know a lot of people think I'm fancy because I do voiceovers. That's because usually there's so much noise out here, like the dogs barking and going in and out of their little doggy door. It goes flip, 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 flip. You know, I would think it is hard to be married to an Asperger person. I do actually know a couple of people with Asperger. So, nice. I like that, y'all. Put that up there. This is one of my oldest dies. I think I got it on clearance for like $2 or $3 or something. Something redunculous. Well, a couple of these were the new this year's Hobby Lobby clearance. Something was $4.99. That's a pretty good price, I think. Y'all know I like my clearance. He's such a good boyfriend. Well, not totally. I mean, you know. But he's a pretty good boyfriend. And I got this. I mean, it's a, you know, name tag for the place setting, you know, fancy dinner junk. I got it because I like the silverware. Because I like flatware. I seem to have a lot of flatware dies and stamps and junk like that. So maybe because I think I'm not getting enough to eat. Oh, your husband does? Mine doesn't. Mine is very outgoing. He will chitter chatter with absolutely anyone. Yeah. But yeah, I know Asperger people. And They're different. They're just as lovable. I personally, it's just an opinion. I don't know anything. I haven't read anything. Don't know how to read. It doesn't matter to me. I think it really has something to do with a financial thing. You know, because some of our tax laws. Oh, sorry about all that beaming around, y'all. Some of our tax laws are supposedly going to be changing, and I don't know what all, because I don't do any of that stuff. Like, whatever. I think some of it has to, or it has to do with that. Protection of the finances. That's a personal opinion. I know nothing. I've said nothing. I've seen nothing. Don't you just love that flatware, though? I mean, don't worry about that, because you got a fork and a spoon and a butter knife. And you put that silver tape on there. Yeah, the brains work different, but just put the silver tape on a piece of cardstock and then cut it out. And then you can use an embossing folder on it. Y'all, love this idea. I sure hope they stick well. I don't know. I hope they do. Well, that's pretty good. We've saved probably a 1/4 of an inch from the packaging. Ah! Oh, yes, Janet. I am so happy to be back out here. I've not got, y'all know, or may know, I'll tell you if you don't know. And if you do know, you already know. I do like to plan out projects and record on a schedule because I like that. And if I hadn't have taken January off, I would have only been like a month short of videos, because I usually have a video like 2 weeks ahead of time. That makes sense. And I shuffle them around, whatever. Because today I might not want to do the project that's on my list to do. I might want to do something else. So, I mean, it's really open. Of course, most things are. But I like to, because I do only post a new video once a week on Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Time, y'all, on APG Jamie. Where's that? So this self-promo time, just for a moment, then we'll go back to doing, I don't know, whatever we're doing. And that way I can, if something happens and I can't do a video because, let's face it, we have issues over here. So sometimes I can't film a project a week, or even a project once every 2 weeks. It just helps relieve my pressure from making videos. Not that making videos is a pressure, because I like doing it. I enjoy doing it. Because my main purpose is not to show off. It may seem that I just want to show off stuff, like, all the eyes I have. This is not all the time. Anyway, because I, might want to show off product or crap I've collected over 60 years. But I want you, everybody, whoever you are, to know it's okay for you to do artwork or crafts or some type of creative, whatever you do, to make you happy on the inside. Okay? And I know it seems like I failed at that when I wasn't making videos. And yes, I could have dug stuff out and gathered stuff up. And probably, well, no, I didn't have a filming place. I couldn't film. There was no place to film. Could have filmed on my lap. Maybe, but that just sounds awkward, doesn't it? Anyway, you can journal, actual write words out. And I do make poems and junk. So, I mean, whatever way you create. Everybody started from using a crayon in a store-bought coloring book or on the back of a piece of paper or on a grocery bag. Everybody started the exact same way. Okay? There are some little changes that are a little different for this reason or that, but everybody starts the same. And you can do it. If it's making you happy, do it. If it's not making you happy and it's stressing you out and causing you anxiety, for heaven's sakes, cut it out. You don't need that kind of stress in your life. Distress is for art and craft stuff, not for your heart and your body. Okay? Okay. Anyway, now we got that clear. I'm APG Jamie. That's whose channel you're at right now. And if you're watching the replay, oh, we're so happy you're here. Which way did my fingers go? I don't know. I appreciate y'all. Y'all want to do a couple more dives? Y'all got places to go, people to go watch? Because, I know I'm overrunning somebody else's live show or recording or something. Because I think I'm happy with, I know it's kind of flashing. What did he call that? Flashing out? Because she was on today, this morning. I don't know. She might still be on. So, I shop clearance. And that's why I really don't feel bad about how many dies I have, because I shop clearance. This one, I think does this one have a folder? No. I have a butterfly that has a folder somewhere. An embossing folder, the kind you fold over it. I put my name on it. I must have taken this somewhere. Anyway. So, clearance. It can cause trouble if you don't have extra clearance money. Just saying. But other than that, it'll lead you to good deals typically. And you just got to be willing to not have what just came out on the market. And that sometimes is the hard part. And every once in a while, I do give in and buy some new product, something or another. Every now and again, not real often. Because it just kind of ticks me off to pay full price for something. I know I should pay full price for stuff because, people designed it and worked hard making it. And there's, materials involved in this, that, and other. But if they have extras and they clearance them out, if I paid $26, I don't know how much this one is. If I paid $26 for this to find out a few months, maybe a year later, I could have got it for $4, that would bother me. It would bother me. I've been cheap my entire life. There was a time when I didn't want anything because I didn't know that I could have things, anything. Anything. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. So if you don't really know you can have something, you don't necessarily want anything because it's not going to happen anyway, right? That was kind of where I was. Y'all have heard, not to pick on the Jersey Crafter, but y'all have heard Laura talk about, how she is transformed, and she attributes a lot of that to doing the videos, or at least the arting part of it. And I'm an introvert, y'all. I know it may not seem that way, but I am safe. I'm tucked away safely in my own home, my own space here. Nobody's actually staring at me in the face and watching me wiggle around in my chair or scratch my nose or whatever. Nobody's actually here seeing that I'm in old blue jean shorts. They're not cutoffs. I do love cutoffs though, but they're not cutoffs. My husband doesn't like them. Anyway, and a t-shirt, you know, that's probably got paint and stains and whatever, staring at me going, oh, look at her. She thinks she's something, doesn't she? No, she doesn't. In fact, when people look at me like that, it makes me very uncomfortable. Almost creepy. It almost creeps me out, man. So, I do okay in groups, especially groups I'm familiar with or a location that I'm really comfortable in. Just saying. But that's kind of how introverts are. We make it look like we want to be social butterflies. Now, I do like getting out. I haven't done that in a while. I mean, it's not been that kind of a year and a half, has it? We were very fortunate on the last vacation we took, which was in October before the pandemic. We actually went to places. We were in Italy, which was very, 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 very badly struck. They had to make hard decisions on who was sick, who got to live and who didn't. They really did. And that's what India is doing at the current time. Not sure feel for them. Truthfully, I'm really surprised India has done as well as they've had for so long. But then I think, don't quote me on this because I don't know. I don't watch the news, so I really don't know. I think my husband, so we'll blame him, told me that they went on lockdown a long time ago. They weren't letting anybody coming and going in the country of India. But I don't know. Anyways. So, God bless them. There's so many of them, and they live so close in proximity to each other. I mean, really close. Y'all know, y'all seen India stuff on TV. Yeah, see, exactly, Marion. I can be an extrovert sometimes. I mean, I will talk to strangers at the grocery store. Unless they creep me out, then I'm not talking to them. But that's just because I don't see a lot of people. And sometimes you just have to talk to people. You know, real live, living flesh and blood people. Whether they want you to talk to them at all. Anyway, we a year ago, October, we've been to Italy. And we went to France. And then we went over to Lunderland. And the British are funny people. I'm just saying, no offense to any UK people. But y'all don't like it when people talk to you out in public on the streets. And being a Southern girl, that's where that comes from. Yeah, being a Southern girl, we talk to people. I just walk up to people and tell them, oh, I like your shoes. I like your jacket. I like your hairdo. You know. Do you know where the Eiffel Tower is? Well, that's not in Lunderland. Do you know where Big Bend is? It was closed when we were then, by the way. They were working on it. So they don't be talking to people. They don't even chit chat that much among themselves in their own little groups so much. I like how those look, y'all. They just look so classy now. Oh, Afghanistan. I know. I hear you, Gil. Prayers go out to the world. It was pretty good, Janet. I'm not going to say it wasn't. I am not a flyer, be on a plane kind of person. And that was really hard. But, you know, like they say, a trip of a lifetime. And then to see so many places fall apart after we've been there is really sad. But, you know, that happens with us sometimes. Yeah, London was pretty busy. Everything was busy. That's happened before with us on vacations, worldwide jet setting vacations we've done in the past. We've gone places and then something awful has happened in those places. And it's like, oh, I don't want to go to Yellowstone because I don't want to make that volcano erupt. You know, I'm serious. It's junk like that. Because when we went to Utah, y'all remember that most famous arch, you know, the National Arches Park, that one really famous arch. After we'd been there, it fell. That's true story, y'all. So it's like, yeah, we don't want to, you know, we might want to go there, but we don't want to go there because we don't want to cause the volcano to erupt. Oh. Not that we've been to Hawaii, so I mean, you know, that volcano's still there. But it's sometimes some of those coincidences are just too weird and like, well, that was weird. Happens. I got some more. I could probably do this all day. Y'all know this is an old one if it was originally only $20. And I got it for $7. It's a door. And I've used it. I've used every one of these dies. Some of them more than once. Some of them only once. Anyway. Now I sound all braggy and junk. Just really blessed. My husband is like an amazing logistics person. Okay. Like when we drove to California with the kids that time, he knew what city we were going to be in at what time. I don't know how the heck he does that. But he did. But we're also the kind of traveler, if we don't like, oh, really? Bootsy says that Mount Etna erupted 3 days after they had been there. That's how it happens with that. So, Bootsy, you jinx places too. I'm just kidding. I mean, natural disasters and stuff happens all the time, you know, so it's bound to happen to everybody at least once, probably. So I wasn't a big fan of Italy. Of course, we only went to Naples. We went to Pompeii, which we thoroughly enjoyed. I mean, you know, talking about volcanoes. That had to be some really scary shit. Just saying the truth. But we went there, and that was really nice. That's the place my husband has always wanted to go. So we were very blessed. We worked on saving up for that trip. I don't know how long. A few years. Of course, I had always wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower because, you know, that's romantic. It's not romantic anymore. Oh, really? Gail doesn't use dyes very often. Well, you know, it is one of those things that if you find out you don't, then you know. Oh, when he was in the Navy? Gail's husband went to Pompeii when he was in the Navy. Did he actually get to go, or he was just stationed? Well, Pompeii's, well, yeah, it's on, doesn't really have a port, but because, you know, it was very interesting. The weather was beautiful when we were there in Bombay. It was very, very, very hot in Naples. I mean, it was hotter and more humid than it is here at our house. That's saying a lot. Just saying that's saying a lot. So that was pretty uncomfortable. They don't have air conditioners, y'all. In case you didn't know that. Not really. But the day we went to Pompeii, it was a beautiful day. It was wonderful weather. We met a lady from Spain and her boyfriend who was German, I think. Was he German? I think he was German. Anyway, they were married. She spoke some English, and our communicating was very, very interesting because, you know, I speak Texan, which is not necessarily considered English. It's sometimes not even referred to as American, but I speak Texan. So we were communicating with a lady, a Spanish lady, and a German man in broken English, Spanish, and German. Because, you know, some German words are the same as English words and so on and so forth, because that's just the way it goes sometimes. So it was very funny. We had caught up with one of the groundskeeper and just happened to have seen him and asked him where the necropolis was, you know, the one big area that they still had the ash bodies. And so we all just tagged along following him, and he actually opened gates to take us into places. So that was really fun. That was neat. That was a once in a lifetime going to happen thing. So, and the guy was speaking German. Of course, she spoke some German, not a lot of German. And he spoke some Spanish, but there again, not a lot of Spanish. So it was an international couple, and it was fun. They couldn't stay real long because they were staying in Rome. They were doing the Vatican thing. Or maybe they were staying, I don't know. Yeah, Rome, probably. So they were only in Pompeii for a couple hours even to begin with. So that was a nice trip. What I found sad about all the countries were, you know, because all the terrorism everywhere that is worldwide, that there were so many barricades blocking and so many things you had to go through to get into a place to see it. It was just, yeah, the translator's on our phone. Yeah, we forgot we had the translator on our phone. So, well, Janice, there's nothing wrong with just traveling that way either. Just saying, there's really not. My husband likes to travel, and I'm blessed by being married to him, so I get to do what he wants to do. And that's fact. But, you know, the romanticism was gone, especially in France. And I say especially in France because they were having, and they still are, just not so much since the pandemic, they were having riots everywhere for protests, whatever you want to call them, every day in Paris, in one area of Paris or another. And they would bring out the water cannons, and you could hear the water cannons and the sirens everywhere. And one day we made it over to, I don't know, we were by whatever college. I don't know, people. And there was a park right there. So we were just hanging out in the park. And next thing you know, all these cars kind of started hot-shotting, you know, on the outside of the park. And we just happened to have been leaving at the same time. And that's probably the only reason I even noticed them. And these 4 people got out of this car. And when the driver got out of the car, he got out, came around to the boot of the car, opened it up, took out another license plate, okay, changed the license plate, looked at me looking at him, and I'm thinking I probably shouldn't be seeing this, but he just looked at me and smiled. And I thought, uh-oh, I think something's fixing to happen over here. Because then next thing you know, there was all these military fellas. They looked like they were fixing to go out on bivouac, you know, when we're going to go out. Hey, Spirit. And they started showing up. And my husband was across the street getting us an ice cream. And when I looked at and saw him looking at me, I signaled to him to hurry up. I'm like, get over here. Something's going on. So he got over there, and I'm like, we need to go. Something's fixing to happen. And so about the time we got walked away, now my thing's all messed up here. The water cannon truck got there, but we were already walking away. So that was good. This is, see, this is all messed up. I think it's out. So anyway, that was kind of excited. And then by the time we got a taxi, because taxis stopped coming. You know, when that stuff is going on, they don't come around there. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we were lucky we got a taxi when we did. Yeah, this one's done. It's a little left on it, but it's all messed up. So we was almost right in the middle of a riot or protest or whatever they called it. Of course, when we got back to the hotel room, we was watching it on the TV. It was interesting, scary, interesting. Hey, Emma. So, yeah, it sounds like a James Bond thing. I know it was, but they were doing that every day in France in one part or another. Because we had walked by, our timing was pretty good, usually. We'd come by an area after they had already had their protest there and the water cannon was packing up to leave. Or, you know, there was, I would say that the French were pretty good about cleaning up after their protest. Just saying, I like Americans. The French pretty much picked up after themselves. And the graffiti they put out on, they wrote on the streets and the walls or whatever, the graffiti that they put out was in chalk. So it wasn't even permanent graffiti. Naples had graffiti like nobody's business. They had just loads of it. Everywhere you looked, there was spray paint on the side of everything. It was all over the place. Spray paint was everywhere in Italy. France was pretty clean, truthfully. Okay, let's see if I can get this on here. Let's see if it can happen. Got to find where it starts. Should be somewhere around there. Use leader to thread dispenser. Got to find. There we go. Anywhos. Okay, so it says to put it on. It goes on this side. Doesn't go that way then. Why aren't you going on there? I'm doing something wrong. I'm already doing something wrong. That's not right. Why is that not going on there? There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So is that correct? And now I got to wrap this through here. Wrap it around there. Which way does it go? Goes that away. This goes. This away. This away. This away. Then back up there. Then it goes this way. Push the button. But it was a very interesting vacation. I wished I'd have known about the place called Baia. Yeah, the graffiti in Italy. It was. If you watch any documentaries that they show about Italy, you will see graffiti in every documentary you see about Italy. It's really sad. Anyway. Oh, I didn't put that other stuff on there. My bad. Better do it before it gets all wonky-fied. Closed. This one on there goes. This side goes. Get on there. I think it goes just like that. I think that's that. We're going to call that one done. In London, there were just loads of panhandlers. Loads. Now in Italy, they had the pickpockets. They never tried to pickpocket me. But my husband sure got felt up a lot. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that, Bootsy. They felt up my husband a lot. And we ate when we were there. We were on the cheap, y'all. We would go to the grocery store and we would buy sandwich stuff locally at the grocery stores. So we were in the grocery stores, and European grocery stores are a lot different than American grocery stores. Just saying. You're supposed to weigh your produce and print a label out when you buy produce. And we did not know that. And we did not know how to do that. And, they're not. Back in that day, that time, a couple of years ago, people weren't liking Americans so much. So, yeah, when we first got to Italy and to Naples, we took a cab, from the airport to the bed and breakfast because we stayed at a bed and breakfast. And we'd already seen all these horror stories on YouTube Travelers or different, YouTube shows. And so the guy gets us over there and he says, yeah, your hotel, your bed and breakfast is just right over there. And he couldn't find the actual address, but he says that should be it over there. And he got out of the car and left the driver's door open. Okay. And then called to my husband and says, this way, it's over here, which it was like half a block away from where the bed and breakfast was. And then was trying to get me to walk with them over there. And I looked down, I'm like, I can't leave my bags in your car with your car door, your driver door open, just waiting for somebody to jump in and take the car. So because I wouldn't walk away, he got pissed off and threw his hands up in the air and came back to the car and he took the bags out of the car and I took the bags because I'm like, I'm not walking half a block that way to the bed and breakfast just to come back half a block here to get my bags to go back over there because that was just ridiculous. Besides, we just gotten off of a long flight, a long, miserable flight. So I wasn't in the best of humors. But he got frustrated because I wouldn't leave my bags, which was one of the big things we'd heard that was an issue, was people borrowing your luggage. And my husband's medicine was in that luggage. We couldn't lose it. Would have been no way to replace it. And being a diabetic, you can't be without your medicine. Just saying. So, anywho. Oh, they still do it at the checkout? Over there, no, you had to scan it. Sometimes I think they just charge us a lot of money for bananas or something. Oh, they had excellent bananas in France. Just saying. In Italy, they have really good bananas. Way much better than our bananas. I don't know where they came from, but they were good. Of course, in Italy, you could get fruit. Pretty much every neighborhood had its own fruit stand or 2 fruit stands. Really nice. I'm still not over the fact that they call cookies digestions. It's like digestions. I mean, I'm okay with them being called biscuits, I understand that, but the digestion thing kind of threw me. Just saying, because it did. I'm like, a digestion. What the heck is a digestion? It's a biscuit. Oh, it's a biscuit. I know what a biscuit is. I love me some biscuits and gravy. Oh, and scones or biscuits, sort of. They can be sweet or savory. And yes, we had the macarons in France because you're France. I think I'm about done, y'all. I have more diets. I'm just tired now. I had to change the sticker in here. It was pretty easy this time. Hopefully it'll keep working. It can be a little tricky. That's why they put the instructions. That's why they have the instructions here on the thing. Sometimes it doesn't work though. So. Yeah. I so appreciate you being here, Gail, and everybody. Golly geez. I didn't think I'd have quite so many people. And that's okay. I'm glad you're all here because it sure makes me happy. And I think we'll be okay for our do I have my list? Yeah. New videos on Fridays at 9 a.m. Central Time, usually. And we do still have the third Wednesday video that's the same 6 Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Time. I have the third Thursday that I'm live at 10 a.m. Central Time. Then we have I may be doing the fourth Saturday art hop. I'm not sure the name. It's with Mary though. And then the 4th Sunday live hop, I hopefully will be back in this month. And that's at 6 p.m. Central for me. And then I say, and sometimes other days and times on occasion, because that's kind of true. So that's what we're going to say. Look what I found when I was unpacking stuff. Thanks so much. I appreciate each and everybody. Each and every one of you. Your likes, your thumbs up, your kind comments, your shares, your subscriptions, if you would so desire to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thanks for watching and happy arting, y'all.